For centuries, humans have gazed up at the night sky, captivated by the red glow of Mars. It has beckoned us, this celestial neighbor, whispering tales of adventure and possibility. Today, that ancient allure is transforming into a tangible reality. We stand on the cusp of a new era, one where humanity sets foot on Mars, not as mere explorers but as pioneers establishing a new home. The dream of living on Mars is no longer confined to science fiction. It is a mission embraced by scientists, engineers, and dreamers worldwide. The challenges are immense, the risks substantial, but the potential rewards are even greater. Imagine a new world ripe for exploration and discovery, a chance to rewrite the story of humanity on a pristine canvas. This is the promise of Mars, and it's a future we are determined to build. The journey to Mars will be long and arduous. It will require cutting-edge technology, unwavering courage, and a shared belief in the potential of this extraordinary endeavor. Mars awaits. Let the adventure begin. The first Martians will not be ordinary people. They will be a select group of individuals, carefully chosen for their skills, resilience, and unwavering determination. These pioneers will be the best of humanity, embodying a unique blend of scientific expertise, technical prowess, and adventurous spirit. They will be doctors, engineers, botanists, and geologists, working in unison to build a new society from the ground up. Life on Mars will be fraught with challenges. The thin atmosphere, harsh radiation, and limited resources will demand adaptability and resourcefulness. Early settlers will live and work in confined habitats, venturing out in protective suits to conduct research and expand the Martian outpost. They will cultivate the first crops in Martian soil, using innovative techniques to create a sustainable food supply. These pioneers will be driven by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a deep desire to push the boundaries of human achievement. They will face unexpected obstacles and celebrate hard-won triumphs. Their success will pave the way for future generations to follow, building upon their sacrifices and achievements to establish a thriving Martian civilization. The question of governance is complex and multifaceted. In the initial stages of colonization, Mars will undoubtedly rely heavily on Earth for support. Private companies, having invested heavily in the endeavor, may hold significant sway in the early days, much like the East India Company or the Hudson's Bay Company did in centuries past. National governments, or perhaps a coalition of nations, will also play a role, providing resources and ensuring the safety of their citizens on Mars. However, as the Martian colony matures and becomes more self-sufficient, the dynamics of power are likely to shift. The distance between Earth and Mars, coupled with the inherent difficulties in communication, will foster a sense of independence among the Martian populace. Will Mars remain tethered to Earth's laws and governance? Or will it forge its own path, establishing a new form of government tailored to the unique challenges and opportunities of the Martian environment? The relationship between Earth and Mars will evolve significantly in the coming centuries, and the manner in which we navigate this transition will shape the destiny of both planets. In the early decades of Martian settlement, Earth will be more than just a distant memory. It will be a lifeline, providing vital resources and support, without which the fledgling colony could not survive. Spacecraft will traverse the void, ferrying essential supplies, equipment, and new colonists to the Red Planet. Communication, though delayed by the vast distances, will be a lifeline of its own, connecting Martians to loved ones on Earth and providing access to information and cultural exchange. This dependence on Earth, however, will not last forever. As Martian industry and technology mature, the colonists will become increasingly self-sufficient. They will mine the Martian soil for resources, utilize three-dimensional printing to manufacture tools and equipment, and develop innovative solutions to the challenges of living on a resource-constrained world. This growing self-reliance will inevitably lead to a shift in the relationship between Earth and Mars. The seeds of a distinct Martian identity will begin to sprout, nurtured by the unique challenges and triumphs of life on the Red Planet. The answers will shape the future of the relationship between Earth and its Martian offspring, determining whether it blossoms into one of mutual respect and cooperation, or devolves into rivalry and conflict. History is replete with examples of colonies that eventually broke free from their parent nations, often after periods of intense struggle and upheaval. The American Revolution, the Indian independence movement, and countless other historical events serve as stark reminders that the yearning for self-determination is a powerful force. As the Martian colony matures and develops its own unique culture and identity, the desire for greater autonomy will inevitably grow. The Martian-born generations, having never known life on Earth, will likely feel an even stronger connection to their red home and a desire to chart their own destiny. Disagreements over resource allocation, political representation, or cultural differences could easily escalate into full-blown crises. The physical distance between Earth and Mars, once a barrier to conflict, could exacerbate tensions, making communication and compromise all the more difficult. The question is not if, but when and how this desire for greater autonomy will manifest. Will it be a gradual process of negotiation and compromise, or a more abrupt and tumultuous break? The answer lies in the choices made by both Earth and Mars in the decades to come. The future of Earth-Mars relations is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The relationship between the two planets will be one of the defining chapters in human history. The potential for both conflict and cooperation is immense, and the choices made in the coming decades will have profound consequences for generations to come. Conflict, while undesirable, is a distinct possibility. Economic competition over Martian resources, political disputes over governance and representation, and even ideological clashes between Earth-centric and Mars-centric worldviews could spark tensions and lead to a breakdown in relations. However, the possibility of conflict should not overshadow the immense potential for cooperation. Earth and Mars can choose to embrace their shared humanity, recognizing that their destinies are intertwined. They can work together to address common challenges such as climate change, resource scarcity, and the threat of asteroid impacts. Imagine a future where the people of Earth and Mars view each other not as rivals but as kin, united by their shared heritage and their common destiny among the stars. The successful colonization of Mars will mark a pivotal moment in human history. It will not merely be the establishment of another outpost on a distant world, but a profound leap forward in our species' journey among the stars. It will signal our transition to a truly spacefaring civilization, capable of extending its reach beyond the confines of Earth. But Mars is not the end goal. It is a stepping stone, a proving ground for the technologies and strategies we will need to venture even further into the cosmos. The lessons learned on Mars will pave the way for future missions to the asteroid belt, the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, and perhaps even beyond our solar system. The universe, with its infinite possibilities, beckons. As we venture into the cosmos and establish settlements on other worlds, we must confront the ethical dimensions of space exploration and colonization. The mistakes of the past, where colonization often came at the expense of indigenous populations and resulted in inequality and exploitation, must not be repeated. We must ensure that the expansion of humanity into space is conducted in a just and equitable manner. The resources of Mars, and indeed any celestial body we colonize, should be used for the benefit of all humankind, not just a privileged few. Access to space travel and the opportunity to live and work on other planets should be available to people from all walks of life, regardless of their nationality, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. The future of humanity in space depends on our ability to learn from the mistakes of the past and build a more just and equitable future for all. The colonization of Mars will be a monumental achievement, but it is crucial to remember that it is not the end goal. It is a stepping stone, a bold step towards a future where humanity becomes a multi-planetary species, capable of inhabiting and thriving on multiple worlds. Mars will serve as a testing ground, a crucible where we will develop and refine the technologies, strategies, and social structures needed to sustain life beyond Earth. The lessons learned on Mars will inform our future endeavors, allowing us to venture even further into the cosmos, to the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, the asteroid belt, and perhaps even beyond our solar system. The universe is vast, filled with countless stars and planets waiting to be explored. The journey to Mars is just the beginning. The future of humanity lies among the stars. Let us reach for it together.